Right, welcome back to the channel once again. Good to see you back, and here we are again at the top of the lane. Now where am I going to go today? We've got left, right. We're going to go right. We're going to go right today. But we're going to go on a slightly different route than we went last time. And we've got lots to talk about. Just get myself sorted out. Yeah, slightly different route. I'm going to avoid Squirrel Alley. I was actually riding along it yesterday, Squirrel Alley as I call it, if I can say it. And I had another squirrel jump out in front of me. What is it? What is it with them? So yeah, we're on the CL500, of course. There she is. And we're going to have a little chat about this bike and others as well this morning, because there's some interesting news on a new bike that's come out. I was watching a video last night, so we're going to mention that, and of course we're going to mention all your questions that you've been asking. Thanks once again for commenting on the last video and for all the kind comments. As I said, I'm endeavouring to make them better and better and edit them better as I go along, but it's all a big learning curve for me, so bear with me. But we're going to take the CL to lay down some of these lanes, and then we're going to go out onto the TT course. Somebody was asking me about that. So we're going to go along there again, we're going to, and I'll fill you in a little bit more. In fact, probably take you the full length of the TT course to show you why I call it that. So yeah, thanks for all your comments, and for all those who've subscribed. I really appreciate it. This YouTube lark's a strange thing, isn't it? It gets you hooked after a bit, and you're looking at your subscribers, and every time you get a new one, it's really quite exciting. It really is. So I appreciate all those who have subscribed. But last time I looked at 91. It's incredible, 91 people. Paltry, I know, compared to many channels, but as I've only been going a couple of weeks, I'm absolutely chuffed with that. If we could get to that 100 mark, 3 figures, that would be... We're going to have to do a celebration ride or something for that. That would be absolutely marvellous. And we've managed to catch not a white van but a red van this time, as we go down a little lane. But yeah, thank you to everyone. Thanks to my friend from Lower Saxony. I missed out the Lower last time I mentioned it. I don't know his name because he doesn't include his name on his handle, as they call it. My friend from Lower Saxony in Germany. And also to Farhan. Now, Farhan, he's only gone and bought an identical bike. Oh dear. Well, that's rather messed things up, hasn't it? Road ahead closed. That's not what I wanted to see. Not too sure where I'm going to go now. So I think we're going to have to turn around and take a completely different route. Oh, there you go. Ironically, the other route that I normally go on is also closed. So they're doing some work on the lanes. I don't know why that one's closed, but I know I'll tell you what I might do. We'll go to my other normal route which you haven't seen yet, and I'll see if that's been reopened. So there you go, complete change of plan. That's all the plans out the window. So the TT course is out the window, but never mind, there's lots and lots of other things to see. The reason I hadn't gone on the other route, actually, the one that we'll attempt to do now, is because it's, as I said, been closed itself over the past couple of weeks. They were doing some repair work, but we'll go and see. And if we do manage to get through there, that means we can talk about something completely different, which I was going to bring up. But anyway, back to Farhan. He said he was enjoying the videos, and he has gone and bought himself an identical bike to mine. So I'm going to be having a good look over his channel. Thanks for commenting, Farhan. And the only difference to mine is that he's got the travel pack, which I find, and that's very interesting. He's got the travel pack on. Now, when I had this bike, it was one of the first, I understand, one of the first to be brought into the country. The travel pack was not actually available at that point. None of the accessories were, actually. So there are a few accessories that I'm certainly interested in, and he's had the travel pack, which would probably be, if I had a pack, would be the one I'd choose myself. So I'm going to have a look into that. The one thing I particularly want is the adjustable brake lever, due to the fact that this is quite a wide stretch. I usually have my my levers adjusted in quite a bit because I've got fairly small hands. So I'll certainly look into that. And there's also the bag, even though the bag is quite expensive, along with the support that you need to have the bag on. So we could go straight up there to the CAF. I still might end up doing that, the way things are going this morning, but we'll have a quick look and see if we can go the other way, see if it's closed, because I'm on my way today to the bike cafe, the original one, the one that we rode past in part one. Is it part one of the 1,000 mile review? Yeah, I think so. Back up there today to see the lads. We went in the part two, we went to a new place in Kinlet. But we're back home today. And today actually is, I'm recording this, is on Wednesday. And it's great to be back on the bike, because Tuesday it was raining. We had some rain here, and it's still a little bit cloudy over today, but I didn't go out on Tuesday, so I really missed riding. Well, so far been a bit of a catastrophe, hasn't it? But we'll get back online, and hopefully this other little route is open again. It is a route I like to go on. So yeah, thanks to all those all the comments, all of them very positive. Thanks for your patience, because as I said, in part one I hadn't got the microphone right at all, and it was really horrible and muffled. But I think I've sorted that now. I know exactly what that was, so that's sorted. Now I was going to talk a little bit today also about, apart from subscribers, and I was going to talk about other YouTube channels that I watch. I'd be interested to know the channels that you watch and what sort of content you like. I've been watching YouTube videos on motorcycles, well, when you think about it, then a decade or more now, probably longer than that. Well, actually definitely longer than that. I'm just go through them, but you get your favourites and you tend to stick with the same few, I find. But just get around this little tight island here, and we'll see if this route is open. Yes, the first one I began to watch from memory is one you may all have heard of. It's quite well known now, called Del Boy's Garage. I have met Del on one of his ride out things he did very early on. That channel's changed an awful lot though over the years. I used to watch him when he did his little ride out videos, and that was it, and the odd little mechanical bit in his all very amateurish, just like I am now. But of course he's come on leaps and bounds since then. He's got over 200,000 subscribers. Incredible what he's managed to do. Ah, there's a doggy with problematic back end. Oh, bless him. Yeah, and I must admit, as some of the channels progress and get bigger and bigger, if they go in that direction, I do sometimes find that I find them less interesting. I like the simple channels, I'll be honest. So, but that's just me. You may well be different. All the professionalism and all the once they'll get sponsors and start churning out, feel the need to churn out videos on a very regular basis, it all gets a bit corporate to me, and I tend to lose interest a little bit. I respect enormously what they do. I mean, they do fantastically well, and there's some wonderful professional vloggers out there who have turned into YouTube stars, I suppose you'd say. But I tend to lose interest when they get too big. So after Del Boy's Garage, the other big ones, probably Matt Hudson at Dirty Garage Guy. If you've watched any Del Boy, you'll know about the issues between those two. I'm not going to go into that or have any opinions on that now at all. But Matt is an engineer and clearly knows his stuff, and was asked to comment quite a few years ago on one of Del Boy's videos, and had, shall we say, issues with the things he did, and it all sparked off, and the rest is history, as I say. And it's like a soap opera between those two, so I won't go further into that. Then other ones, testy type videos, people that test a lot of bikes. This is a lane, we'll see along here, right, hold on, we'll see if this is closed up here. This is a lane I love to go along. Yeah, testy type videos, like the Pt1 Flyer, of course. And once again, I've got some road closed here. Does that say a date? I'm going to carry on and have a look. Pt1 Flyer, who again, he's got massive, lots of sponsorship. It's gone very corporate, very clever guy. I think he's on, I don't know how many subs he's got, but it's in hundreds of thousands, isn't it? Oh, I love that bend. Yeah, it's in hundreds of thousands. So he's very good to catch up on a particular test if you particularly like it, but it's not one that it's not a channel I would watch particularly on a regular basis, I'll be honest. So what are the ones that I do? Well, I came across a while ago a guy that I hope you may all know, Tame. You're a motorcyclist, and when I first came across him, I wasn't sure what to think, to be honest. But now he's become, hands down, my favourite YouTube channel. Unmissable. The guy is such a character, and I've had quite a lot of correspondence with him, particularly when I was setting up my channel. And he was so kind. gave me some advice. I asked him, first contacted him because of cameras. I was interested in what camera and microphone setup he used, and he just seems a lovely, genuine guy. And I like to while away half an hour with Tame every morning. I was doing it this morning actually, and I left a comment. I think that's where the road was closed before, so I think we're okay. I'll shut up and we'll get going along here a bit. Yes, I left a comment on his video this morning, because I was watching his, I think it was his Tuesday mutter or whatever. Oh no, Tuesday night out. I can't remember now. But I looked out the window and the bin man was taking the bins, and I completely forgot to put the bin out because I was watching his video, so I told him off for distracting me. Right, this area, by the way, as a bit of an aside as we're going somewhere, this is Shatterford. And what's this chap doing? This is Shatterford. Yeah, I think he's going anywhere, is he? A strange decision to make. There you go. You can see Shattersford from the post box, just to make it clear. So Shatterford. Now I've got a quiz question for you as we're in this area. And the quiz question is just along there. I'm not going to show you exactly where, because that wouldn't be fair. Just along that lane there lives a very famous person, and I wonder if you can guess who it is. I'm going to give you a few clues. He's an absolute hero of mine. He's from the music industry, and he's quite simply a legend. There's no other way to describe it. But it's a chap I've met on quite a few occasions. He regularly is in and out of shops and pubs and that of Kidderminster. Very ordinary guy. But if you can give you a few clues. Well, he was a lead singer, and he's generally recognised as the, I think generally recognised is fair, the greatest lead singer of any heavy metal band, you could call that, rock band ever. The greatest, no less. And that band that he was in is without doubt recognised as the greatest heavy metal band of all time, so I think I would probably give it away who it is. Yeah, he lives just up the road there. And I've actually had a few dealings with him. I sold him a car. One of my little guilty secrets is that I used to be a used car salesman. Oh dear, that's destroyed my image now, isn't it? It's on a fairly amateurish basis, to be honest. But yeah, I used to sell used cars for a living, and I sold this gentleman a car. I might tell you the story of that one day, because it was quite funny and quite interesting. So if you can guess who it might be in the comments, I'll tell you what, let's do this. In the comments, put who you think it might be. Lead singer, greatest heavy metal band of all time, and utter legend, who lives just up the road from me. Who do you think that could be? Back to the bike. We're what we're doing now, speed wise, doing about 55. This is the Kidderminster to Bridgnorth Road, which we've been on, I think. No, I don't think I've shown you this road before. Certainly not this way. But I have filmed on it going the other way, but not used the footage. But this is a road I'll probably do quite a lot of videos on if I've got something to chatter about. and this goes up to Quatford, where the bike cafe is that we go to. So the time now is, and we're just coming up to 10 o'clock. And it's not raining, it's not supposed to rain today either. But it's just the right temperature actually for a ride, it's not too hot. It's perfect. And the lads should be out today. I don't know who we'll see there, probably Steve and Norman, Roy. Malcolm, I think, is out today as well. John, hopefully, as well. Lee. And if I get the chance, we'll have a little look around their bikes. So I'm going to show you CL going on a sort of faster road here and see what you think. I'm doing 50, I'm doing 60 now. And I was on about people maybe buying this bike who'd come down from a faster bike thinking, is it going to be enough for me? Am I going to be able to cope? And I had the same thoughts, to be honest. I'm in 5th now, I'm going to drop it to 4th. There we go. So as you can see, it's got enough to be able to overtake slower moving traffic without any problem. It's no rocket ship, of course not. But I think it's got enough, and it's got enough to keep you entertained. But that's just a personal preference anyway. Oh, hedge cutting. Gonna have to be aware of that on the way back, because they throw loads of bits all over the road quite often, although it doesn't look to be happening there. Some lovely views here, a bit cloudy today. There's some great views over there. It is a bit of a cloudy day today. We're in Shropshire now, we've come through the border, forgot to mention that. Come from Worcestershire and now we're into Shropshire. And we're coming by another cafe that I use here on the left hand side, which I also go in quite regularly. The farm shop, which do some lovely food. And a nice latte. And this is Quat. There's the farm shop. So some quaint buildings, and once again that sandstone that I spoke about with the church earlier on. A lot of sandstone. The bedrock around this area is sandstone, and there's it's used so much, it's everywhere. And very soon we'll go past a place you might have recognised from part 1, yes, part 1 of the 1,000 mile test, and that's Dudmaston Hall. But we came out the other way, so we came down this road here. And that's that sign that I mentioned that blocks your view when you stood at the junction. So it's been a quick one today. I might add some more onto the end of this if I can film on the way back, or I may not. And see how things go. So if you know who that rock star might be, drop me a guess in the comments. And if you've got any other general comments about the CL500 and what you think, what do you think of that overtake? I mean, it sort of shows that it is quite a capable bike on these faster roads. Do you think I noticed that there was one person who was saying I'm thinking of downsizing, and he said he's thinking more and more that a mid-range bike may well be enough for me. Maybe that was helpful to you. I find it's fine myself, and it keeps me a bit slower, it keeps me at more sensible speeds, which might well be a plus point. So we're just coming up to the cafe now. I said it's a bit early and it's a weekday, so there might be a limited number of bikes there, but we'll have a look, see what's going on. Oh, limited, there's hardly any. Oh, there's a few, but well, let's go. Oh, Roy's here. Yeah, Roy's here. And a bulldog. So that's all from me. We'll just have a very quick look at this bike that I've parked next to. You don't see many of those. 1100 Bulldog and an SV. Right, that's all from me. I'm off to go and get yet another cup of tea.